Okay, so today we are going to learn how to extract latitude and longitude coordinates or decimal degrees coordinates from QGIS, and not just to extract them, but also to export them into CSV or into Excel format. Okay, so that's what we are going to cover today. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. So this is the software that I'm going to use today, which is a QGIS version 3.224. Of course, this is a long-term release version. And if you don't have, make sure that you go to this website. Of course, I'm going to include the link to this site in the description below. Just go to this link and download the version that you prefer. But for me, I advise you to download the long-term release version, okay, because it is the most stable version. Of course, feel free to even download the other versions as well. If you installed it already, let's proceed. Okay, so let me open my QGIS version 3.22, which is LTR version. And let me click empty project. So we are going to need two plugins. So the first one here is the OpenStreetMap, which is the background map for our project or for today's activity. And also we are going to need the geocoding plugin, geocoding. Of course, this is very important because if you want to locate a place in your map, then you can use this plugin to do so in a very simple way. So let me start by installing the first one, which is the OpenStreetMap. Okay, so from here, if you don't have, just write OSM. Okay, so this is the plugin. Again, for me, it is installed already, so there is nothing I can do. So if you don't have it, just make sure that you go and click install. Okay, and also we have the other one, the other plugin, which is a geocoding. Very important plugin if you want to search areas in a map. So this geocoding, again, if you don't have it, make sure that you go and install it. Okay, so let me close. For me, I have it, so I don't think if there is a need to install it again. So let me close this one. And again, the next step is to go here to the browser and let me select the XYZ tiles. Okay, so you can see here I have several background maps, but the map that I am interested with is the OSM. Let me click this and hold, then let me drag and drop into layers. So this is my first layer. So if you want to search the area on a map, of course in QGIS, you have two options. You can even search the area manually, or you can use the geocoding plugin that we installed earlier. And if you installed it, you can see here I have it around this area, or you can even go here to select plugins, then select geocoding. For me, I'm going to select this one. Let me click it once, geocoding. You can see we have this little window. Then from here, you can search any area that you want. So for me, I want to search the Sydney region in Australia. Let me type here Sydney, the address of my area of interest, which is Sydney in Australia. Then let me select OK. Okay, you can see we have this dialog. You can see we have several places, but you can select the area that you want. But for me, I am interested with this first area here. Then let me click OK for plugin to search. So this is the where my area is located. Let me zoom in. Scroll. You can see this is the area. This is my area of interest. So we have several buildings here. Okay, we have several buildings. As you can tell, this is the building. Of course, this is the Sun building. We have a Prudential building and several others. So what we are interested is to make sure that we extract coordinates for these buildings here. So what I need to do is to use two options. So the first one is by using geocoding or geopackages, sorry, and the other option is by using shapefiles. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the shapefiles. Okay, so let me go here and select layers, and of course create layer. For my case, I'm going to create the shapefile layer. Okay, so let me click OK. You can see we have several options. So the file name, I need to click these three dots to browse to my folder, which is this sample QGIS, and I need to give it a name. Let's say buildings in Sydney, Australia. Then let me select, of course, the type, you can leave it the way it is. Then let me click save. Okay, so the other option, let me select the geometry type. Because we are dealing with buildings, I think it is logical to use the points. Okay, the geometry type as points. And again, I need to add some fields. Okay, so this is our shapefile. This is our shapefile. Of course, within the shapefile, we might have some fields. For my case, I'm going to introduce just one field, which is a name. Then let me maintain the type of this field as a text data, and also the length as 8 characters. Of course, this is a default. And let me select add to field list. And of course, this one here, I don't think if I need it, but let me maintain it. Of course, you can delete if you want. You can delete it if you want, but for me, let me leave it the way it is. And from here, let me click OK. Okay, so everything here is fine. Let me click OK. So the next thing here, what we need to do is to right click this and select toggle edit. You can even select it once and go here, but I prefer to right click it and toggle edit. Okay, then from here, now toggle edit is activated. I need to start picking some points on this building. So from here, let me go back here and select this one here. You can see it is written add points features. So let me click it once and let me zoom it. Let me start with this Prudential building, and let me ID, let's give it 1, of course, and the name, let me call it as Prudential building. Okay, and let me select OK. And again, another point, of course, within the same shapefile. This one here is PNB Paribas. Of course, let me call it Paribas. Paribas Center. Oh, Paribas Center. Then click OK. And again, we have some other buildings here, which is this Victoria. And let me give it as ID as number 3. And of course, let me name it as building 1, and click OK. Remember, this shapefile here is active. Okay, so this is the active layer. So all of these points here will be saved within this shapefile here. So again, I need to select this one. Lastly, we have here Sun building, which is number 9 if I'm not mistaken. Then this is the Sun building. Okay, so this is the attribute. Okay, so we have our points. Again, we have our points which are saved within this building in Sydney shapefile. Okay, so what we need to do is to see how we can extract coordinates of the points of these buildings which are saved into this shapefile here. So let me right click. You can see here we have the attribute table. Okay, so if I click this attribute table, you can see we have some few columns here. So the first one here is ID, the other one here is the name. Okay, so if you can tell, these are the names of the buildings that we were taking earlier. Okay, so the only 2 fields here that are missing. So the first one here is the latitude, and also the other one here is the longitude. So we need to find a way to include these columns here. So from here, what we need to do is to select this. You can see open field calculator, or you can even click Ctrl I or Command I if you are using Mac. So for me, let me click this. You can see here we have like this window. So from here, what I need to do, because this is the new column that I want to create, I need to select here the create new field. So for my case, I need to select the coordinates, which is the latitude. Okay, latitude. Of course, I need to select the output field type as the real, and also the output field length. The field length, I just maintain it as 10, but the precision I want to change it from 3 to 8. Okay, that is the first step. The other step, because this is the latitude, okay, so the latitude is equivalent to x-axis. So what you need to do is to select this, is to go to here to this area. You can see here we have the geometry. You can click this and search the x value. Find where the x value is. So this is the x value. Remember, you need to select this one here with the $sign then x, or you can even type it here, x, then this is what you have. So if I double click here, you can see we have the value here. Actually, I am mistaken. So the latitude goes with y, not x. Let me select here y. So this is the latitude, the y-axis. As you can see here on the preview, we have this preview here. So if I click OK, you can see we have our latitude here. We also need to introduce another column, another field rather. We need to select this here is as a long, okay, or longitude, or let me call it in short long. Then I need to select the output field type, of course, as a real, and also the output field length as 10 and also precision as 8. Then from here I need to select the $sign x. This is longitude, so it is x-axis. Okay, and also we have here our preview. So if I click OK, now you can see we have our coordinates. Remember, this was the building name, which was a Prudential building, of course located in Sydney, Australia. So the coordinates for that building is this latitude and also this longitude. Again, the other one here, latitude, longitude, and also the other ones here. So what we need to do from here is to export our data into Excel or into CSV format. So let me close this. Okay, so let me close this and let me right click this one. Okay, so let me right click this building in Sydney. Let me right click, then let me click export. So I need to save feature as, of course you have like 3 options. So the first one is to use the ODS, the other one here is XLSX format, and also the CSV. So for my case, I think I'm going to use the XLSX format. Feel free to use .csv if you want. And I need to select the file location. Let me give it a name as the building coordinates. Okay, let me click save. And again, if I don't think if there is anything here I can change. Let me click OK. But if there is anything that you don't want to appear in your Excel file, you can disable it from here. So for my case, I want to disable the ID. Then let me click OK. Let me select my folder, my exercise folder. You can see we have here the building coordinates, of course in Excel format. So let me right click this and open. Let me select this. And so these are the building's name, and also this is the latitude and this is the longitude coordinates. So that's what I wanted to share with you, and this is how we can extract our coordinates from QGIS, of course in decimal degrees format, into Excel format or .csv format. Again, my name is Engineer Lodrick. As you can tell, my voice today is not as good, but I hope I will recover very soon. With that, thank you, and I will see you in the next tutorial.